Positive psychology is a very new approach to psychology. It is the science and study of life's positive qualities, well being, happiness, satisfaction, and the ability to thrive in our day to day lives. The field of studies what goes into building a life of purpose, rich with meaning that allows individual to flourish is positive psychology. Martin Seligman, a leading authority in the field, highlighted three aims of the psychology, stating their importance to the overall study of happiness. He said that psychology should just be as concerned with human strengths as it is with the weaknesses. It should also be interested in building the best things in life as it is in repairing the worst, and it should just be as concerned with making the lives of normal people fulfilling and with nurturing high talent as with healing pathology. Generally, these aims form the basis of positive psychology. Christopher Peterson, another renowned psychologist, defined positive psychology as the scientific study of what makes life most worth living. It is a scientific approach to studying human thoughts, feelings, and behavior while emphasizing strengths instead of weaknesses, building the good in life while repairing the bad, and making people's lives great rather than adequate. Positive psychology focuses on influences like optimism, hope, happiness, and joy, but it is more than just dealing with positive emotions. It also covers traits like character strengths, self esteem, and well being, and how such traits can be applied in our life, work, and interpersonal relationships, and how all those aspects come together to contribute to the attainment of a meaningful life. There are three levels in positive psychology. The first is subjective level. The subjective level centers around feelings of happiness, well being, optimism, and similar emotions or feelings as they relate to your daily experience. Individual level combines subjective level feelings of well being with the qualities or virtues that makes a person well rounded person, like forgiveness, love, and courage. And the third level is the group level, which focuses on positive interaction with your community and includes traits like altruism, social responsibility, and other virtues that strengthen social bonds. Positive psychology's main aim is to encourage people to discover and nurture their character strengths rather than channeling their efforts into correcting the shortcomings. It highlights the need for one to shift their negative outlook to a more optimistic view in order to improve the quality of life. Research into positive psychology focuses more on scientific explanations for positive thoughts and actions. It does not deny the existence of flaws and negative emotions in our thoughts and behavior, but it argues that equal consideration should be given to people's strengths and their virtues. It is important because discovering what leads people to live more meaningful lives can translate to better strategies for managing mental illness, correcting negative behaviors, and increasing our happiness and productivity. For example, rather than analyzing the underlying traits associated with drug addiction, a positive psychologist might study the resilience of those who have managed a successful recovery and promote such resilience among the future patients. Right? So, positive psychology can be experienced and it can enhance our life. It suggests that building on the positive aspects of actions or situations can create conditions for a generally happier and more fulfilled life. Happiness cannot only be built on amplifying pleasant experiences or living a life of engagement, but also by living a life filled with purpose and meaning. Therefore, you can improve your engagement by pursuing hobbies that one is interested in, taking the time to use your skills to excel in your interests, and opt for a career path that's suited to the things you are most passionate about. There is a model called as PERMA model in positive psychology. PERMA model stands for positive emotions, engagement, relationships, meaning, and accomplishment. Let's look at it one by one. Positive emotions. Experiencing positive emotions has a major impact on boosting your well being. Positive emotions may spring from fostering gratitude and forgiveness about past events, enjoying oneself in the moment, and being optimistic about the future. Engagement is to enhance your well being. It is important to develop a sense of engagement. You can do this by completely absorbing yourself while doing something you enjoy and excel at. This sense of engagement produces an experience known as flow, a sensation you have when your skills are sufficient for a particular challenge with a particular goal in mind. Third is relationships. As social beings, individuals often rely on building connections with other people to thrive, and the support we derive from these connections can give life purpose and meaning. Fourth meaning, it is experiencing positive emotions. It's just not sufficient to lead a happy life. Meaning can be achieved by applying your personal strengths to the service of something larger than you, like a social cause, a substantial contribution to a community you are part of. And the fifth is accomplishment. There is no doubt that when we achieve our goals and succeed, we feel a sense of fulfillment. If the drive to accomplish these goals doesn't exist, a true sense of well being is difficult to attain. Let's look at an example of positive psychology. If you feel as though you are not finding meaning in your work or relationship, it is recommended that you turn to personal hobbies or volunteering and discover new ways in which you can find purpose by impacting the lives of others. Most importantly, you should focus on achieving your goals while maintaining a healthy balance between your ambition and other elements that matter in life, such as self care and companionship. Right? You should do things that make you happy. You should enjoy your daily routines and experience more positive emotions. You should work to improve the quality of your relationships and work on building stronger bonds with your friends and loved ones. Positive psychology has also been the subject of criticism and accused of advancing misleading ideas about positivity. So, some of the principles are dismissed as bearing more in common with self help tactics than scientifically proven techniques. However, positive techniques are now being utilized in other traditional aspects of therapy. The practice of well being therapy also focuses on the self observed well being of the patient rather than solely on their self reported distress. Though the principles of positive psychology suggest that success can be built on personal strengths, it's also important to work on your weaknesses and achieve a healthy balance so that you can attain a more fulfilled life. If you are interested in more information, one can actually read a book by Martin Seligman called Authentic Happiness. Martin Seligman says that positive psychology takes seriously the bright hope that if you find yourself stuck in the parking lot of life with few and only ephemeral pleasures, short term pleasures, and minimum gratifications, and without meaning, there is a road out. This road takes you through the countryside of pleasure and gratification into the high country of strength and virtue, and finally to the peaks of lasting fulfillment, meaning, and purpose. Thank you so much.